Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video, and this one is going to be on explained cricket. Should have said cricket explained. Even though I know a little bit about cricket, some rules, but this video was on my list for I would say 4 to 5 months. It's just been sitting there, and you know what? Let's just get into it because we haven't done a cricket video in a while. So let's do it, man. Let's get this to 100 likes if we can. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Cricket Explained. Oh, this is made by Netflix. Oh, this is gonna get blocked.
An old British sport.
Very well played, sir.
Cricket, of course, doesn't even have rules. It has laws, and that immediately strikes some people.
That's funny. Every time I said, "What are the cricket rules, man?" the answer was always, "Bro, it's law." My bad.
It's pompous and self-regarding.
Those laws were mostly
My
written
bad.
in 19th century London, at a pitch still considered the home of cricket.
And I'm gonna have a drink while we do this, man.
Lords, deeply rooted in tradition and in the ritual tradition brings.
It's called Laws, and it's played on a field named Lords.
A test of attrition. A lot of people can't get their mind around how do you stand out there for 5 days.
But cricket has changed. There's a new form of the sport that's bringing in more money, fans, and a different style of play. But one thing hasn't changed.
It's complicated. It is one of the most complicated sports on earth.
It's totally wiggly. It doesn't even follow any apparent obvious reason.
That didn't put off the 1 billion people that were estimated to have watched a single cricket match in 2015 between India and Pakistan. That's 1 in 7 humans.
People still talk about this
How did
game.
this confusing British game become one of the most popular sports on earth?
And here's the England side.
Look, most popular sport in the world. I'm gonna disagree there. I know the cricket fans gonna not like me for saying this, but nah, it's still soccer, man. Football, because football, there's actually league in every continent that I can think of. But as far as individual states, I'm not sure. But like continent, yeah, I don't know if cricket is played in South America. That's all football. And USA is dominated by other sports. So yeah, I don't know, man. I still think football takes the most played sport in the world. That's just my opinion because I love football. So
Coming into the field.
I do like cricket a lot, though, man.
Slice of willow and a round of lemon.
And by the way, I'm still playing cricket in VR. Maybe I should record it and just post it on the channel. But I'm enjoying myself playing it on VR. Maybe I can do a whole season in VR because VR looks so real. I could definitely tell you that it seems like England, Australia, Pakistan, India, those are like the top 4 that you hear all the time in cricket. Yeah, is there any other one I'm missing out? Those 4 I hear all the time. So yeah, man. Especially Pakistan, man. I guess it's just because I'm doing a lot of reaction video on cricket. I've done.
Play each other on a field shaped like
let's
an
just go.
oval. The batting team has 2 players on the field at a time on either end of the pitch.
I like this.
They're trying to score runs, while
Visually
the fielding
pleasing.
team is trying to get them out.
Yep.
On each side of the pitch is a wicket. The wicket is 3 stumps topped by 2 bails. A batsman stands in front of a wicket, trying to hit the ball delivered by a bowler from the other end of the pitch. If the batsman hits the ball, they score runs by exchanging positions with the other batsman.
It's kind of like running the base, but even though they just go back and forth. So if they do it twice, that's more points, right? So it's funny. I should have watched this from the beginning. It sucks that I didn't because the way I guess Netflix, the way they showing this, it's so pleasing to my eyes.
Each exchange equals 1 run. While they're running, the fielders try to get the ball and hit one of the wickets before a batsman gets there. If they don't make it before the ball knocks the bails off the stumps, they're out, and a new batsman comes in.
And they're out for the rest of the
If the batsman
game.
hits the ball hard enough, they won't have to run. If they hit it to the boundary, it's worth 4 runs. And all the way over the boundary,
6.
that's 6. If a fielder catches the ball, the batsman is
Out.
The bowler can also get a batsman out if their delivery hits the wicket. knocking the bails off the stumps. A batsman can choose not to swing or swing and miss the ball, and he won't get out as long as the wicket is safe. The bowler, however, can only bowl 6 deliveries at a time. That's called an over, and it's
the over still messes with my head, so
really important. After each over, a teammate takes their place. When 10 of the 11 batsmen are out, it's called an innings, and the other team bats.
yeah.
In traditional cricket, each team has 2 innings in a match, and the
Format, traditional number of overs unlimited. Wait. Numbers of overs is unlimited? Okay.
team with the most runs at the end wins. If they haven't finished after 5 days, the umpire calls a draw.
Come on, man. Why 5 days though? Why not just 1 or 3 days? Like 5? 5 days. I still have not watched any 5 days. I've done just the one game. What is it, like 3 hours, maybe? Roughly 3 to 4 hours. I enjoy that. I don't know about 5 days. Maybe if I do watch it, then I can get into it. But I'm just like, I'm not ready to commit for 5 days. I'm not. Not yet, at least.
Technically, there are 10 ways to get out. But if you ask someone to explain them, cricket can get very confusing very quickly.
Leg before wicket, one of the ways someone can be out, and the nature of the umpire, the nature of fielding positions, silly mid-on, silly mid-off, extra cover, third man. It's all very coded and peculiar, cricket, I suppose. That's the problem.
The British didn't just write the rules of cricket, they spread it around the world by taking it to their colonies in the...
Oh, South America. Look at South America. I thought there was nobody in South America that's playing it. Africa, sure. USA, absolutely not. And that's why I said I don't think it's the most popular sport in the world. But wait, you're telling me Canada and Alaska is that big on cricket? That I did not know. How are they playing cricket in Alaska? It snows 24 hours a day. Okay.
18th and 19th centuries.
British soldiers played it, and the
Wait, what year was that?
19th
19. Oh, okay.
British soldiers played it, and the local people either took.
So it's a British game.
Canada, they didn't particularly, a bit cold, so they went for the ice hockey
Yeah.
instead. But in the warmer countries, it seems obviously to have taken off.
Even the United States played before baseball became the patriotic pastime.
I apologize. I take that back. Before baseball,
Taken off.
Even the United States played before baseball became
1851 in
the patriotic
Jersey?
pastime.
America decided cricket smacked of colonialism, and therefore they were not going to play.
But in other colonies, playing cricket was an opportunity
I mean, I don't see a brother. I'm just saying.
to beat the colonizers.
Oh, there's a brother. Oh, there's two. Just joking. Relax.
At their own game. And the English began inviting teams to come test their skills against them in England. The competitions were called test matches, which is what the long form of the game continues to be called.
Most of the countries and the top countries that play
Okay.
the game has that little element of wanting to get back at the English.
See, I like test, but I didn't know that's how they got the name test. Like, nobody told me that one. That was okay.
Colonies got a new opportunity to do that starting in 1975 when cricket got a World Cup.
Without the World Cup, cricket
that
would still
Charles?
be a gentlemanly agreement. Yeah, we're free at that time of year. We'll come over, whereas the World Cup gives everyone the chance to prove themselves.
In order to play a tournament, matches needed to be shorter. and
Oh, it's
end
actually
with
called
a
the World
winner
Cup too,
and
just
a
like
loser. So they played
soccer
a
and
one-day
football.
form of the game that limited the number of overs faced by each team.
Okay, test. No, I'm sorry. I haven't been watching test. I lied to you guys, and I apologize. I've been watching one day, which is the 50 over, and it just no. Wait. I think I'm lying again. Is there another one? It's not the one day. There's another one. I'm sorry. I'm lying.
The first two World Cups were both won by the West Indies.
My mother was jumping in the kitchen when the West Indies were winning. Did she care about the game that much? No. Did she understand the game that much? No. But
West
cricket
Indies
meant
won.
a lot to us as West Indians.
That's
not just
crazy.
in the Caribbean.
In the third World Cup,
Wow.
England didn't even make the finals. They had
Wow.
lost to India, a team
Everybody's-
playing against the West Indies after having won a single game in the first two World Cups.
Man, the countries who didn't invent the game is...
Chance. They were like interlopers. On the day of the match, the feeling was, who are these people? Why are they at Lord's? Why isn't England at Lord's?
But on the turf of their former colonizer, and with odds of 66 to 1,
Wow.
India won.
It's like we beat you at your own game.
First time, Indians at home watch their team win abroad. This is a new India emerging. I mean,
That's beautiful.
The prosperity of India came a decade later, but if you think
That's why you love
the moment
sports.
when India was confident.
And we played like winners throughout the game, throughout the series. Everybody fight for their life, and they said,
Wow.
1983, that generation began to feel they didn't look to have a merit certificate from England.
I wasn't even born yet.
They were good enough to compete in the world.
And all this was happening.
First time began to show that a country of that size, if it has prosperity, if it has television reach, it can play an enormous part in reshaping cricket, which it has done.
4 years later, India hosted the first World Cup outside of England.
Oh, wow. India versus
Indian word
England.
called tamasha, which means fun, excitement, glamour, uncertainty, all rolled into one. And one-day cricket became instant tamasha.
Amasha.
You just are amazed at something that was started on green turf with the site of an English church and you know, light applause and well played, good fellow.
Well played, good fella. What a batter. Oh, nah. We're bringing excitement now.
Becomes this screaming religious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pakistan win the World Cup. A magnificent performance in front of 87.
Hey, that's against England again, though.
Khan is with his side.
McGrath wide on the crease, and that goes for four. And the crowd loving every minute of it.
Wait, who was that? Oh, Indian Australia. Oh. Shout out to Australia, man. I'm telling you, Pakistan and India just... like, somehow they just adapted to this game.
Political power then became that the World Cup was worth so much money and that India and Pakistan were bringing so much of that money, that the sort of democratization of the game, and it went from being England and Australia running the game to a more global thing.
In England,
Yeah.
domestic cricket was losing fans. So something was done to save the sport at home. But it would only accelerate the power shift to Asia. In the early 2000s, a British TV network paid for Stuart Robertson and his marketing team to research what the problem was.
The key word that came out of that was cricket was inaccessible. It was a sport for the posh.
Robertson had an idea.
Yeah, that's what I said.
A shorter form of cricket, limited to just 20 overs for each team, that would last 3 hours.
That's what I've been watching. I'm sorry. I knew there was another one. Test is 5 days. 1 day is... You guessed it, 1 day. Yes, that's what it is. It's 20 overs, 3 hours. That
If we introduced
I
a game that
apologize.
lasted, less than 3 hours, would they come to see the game? And all of those people who were indexed,
I think that's
never
brilliant.
having come to a cricket match before, they massively over-indexed in saying yes, we would come to that.
They called the new format 2020.
T20. Oh my God. How did I forget that? That's what I've been watching. I have not done 1 day. It's T20. That's it. Because here's the thing, especially when there's football going on here. Football is at 1 o'clock here. In this game, when I watch it, like sometimes I watch the game 6 in the morning. Yes, 6 a.m. I'm getting up to watch freaking T20. By 12 o'clock, it's over and I go right into football. I love it. So yeah, that's why I can't do 1 day or test, because it just takes too long. But I love watching T20 because it's quick and it's exciting, and I'm good, man.
20 for short, and pitched it to the heads of English cricket at Lord's.
We're arranged around this enormous table.
Lords?
It started with Derbyshire, then Durham, Essex, and it went all the way around to Yorkshire. You know, the 60-year-old white males who had loved their traditional cricket, don't particularly like change. Then the
I knew
went
it.
up, started counting the hands as quickly as
They're
they
like,
could.
we made the game.
Realised that it was
Don't
11,
change
7.
the game.
The next summer, T20
You know those
made its
poshy
debut in England.
dudes,
The guy on the PA
80-year-olds.
At the start of the game, he said, "Welcome to the future of cricket." And it was amazing. It was a great statement.
Not everyone agreed.
I still remain, to be sold on the idea.
Sorry,
I don't
buddy.
like the razzmatazz that's going to go with it.
Sorry,
The
buddy.
rest of the world got their opportunity to judge the new format.
New
in
Zealand?
2005.
We welcome the world into Eden Park, Auckland, New Zealand, the first ever.
Let me ask you guys who are like cricket diehard fans. Do you remember this? How did this make you feel? Did you like it at first? And how do you feel about it now? From when you saw this, when this was introduced, when you read about it, how did you feel, and how do you feel about it now? Is it still the same? Did it change? What are your thoughts on T20, man?
2020 international in the history of the game. New Zealand against Australia.
It felt a little bit like they weren't taking it very seriously.
And here they come. Cairns, look at Hamish Marshall in the background.
Okay.
Goodness me, what is he on?
Or a lot like they weren't taking it very
What is he
They
on?
were all but drinking during the game. I mean, that tells you how serious the game was.
Oh my heavens! They look like a psychedelic funk
What?
band.
Why does he look like Jackie Moon, man? Look at the beard. I like
That
it.
reputation stuck, and when the format got its own World Cup, the advertising made it clear that T20 cricket was for
Party people! The ICC World T20 from the 11th
For me.
to September is off their hook!
India were like, this is stupid. We've already got one-day cricket. We're more than happy. We don't need this other stupid thing.
T20 cricket was an English invention. India had almost dragged into the World Cup of 2007 in Johannesburg. They were virtually dragged there.
They sent over a young team. That happened to be the best thing they could have done because a lot of the old players didn't really understand T20 cricket, whereas the young players kind of understood that you had to go as hard as you could.
Yuvraj goes into the crowd. That's massive!
I like the action, man. I don't know.
We're playing, it was Pakistan. They were going to lose to Pakistan in the final, and then Misbah al-Haq, just as he's about to hit the winning runs, hits the ball straight up in the air.
In the air, Srishan takes it! India win!
The Johannesburg miracle. And as a result of that, India said, this is T20. If one-day cricket was tamasha, this was super tamasha.
In 2008,
Super tamasha.
India launched a new T20 tournament called the Indian Premier League.
Ooh.
In the first 2 years, the IPL doubled in value. And in the decades since, it has developed a unique brand of cricket that combines entertainment with fast-paced action and attracts players from around the world.
Now, as he found the man,
It makes sense to me.
With Bollywood stars like Preeti Zinta and Shah Rukh Khan, who take an active role in promoting the league.
India cricket and film
I'm gonna have to Google her after this.
is a religion, and blending the two is quite a mix. It's quite exciting.
Her bone structure. Ooh, okay.
With IPL, the Indians finally discovered
Don't worry about me.
a 3-hour Bollywood movie, which is actually live cricket.
I like
Every
that.
season opens with the auction where celebrity owners bid for players.
Wait,
Teams
what?
also create their own anthems, like this one, promoting the Kolkata Knight Riders and
Okay,
featuring
this
Bollywood
is
star
a little bit
Shah
crazy though.
Rukh Khan.
This is a little bit too much. Okay, yeah, this is way Hollywood.
Version with this
I mean Bollywood.
made-for-television excitements and these wonderful sort of.
But I like it, though.
routines and dances and flames going up.
They brought in American, what do you call them? Not the can-can girls, well, the American cheerleaders.
Cricket has never had a primetime TV product that we can put on every night of the week. And that is essentially what has turned T20 in from being a very good game for crowds to go to being the #1 thing in cricket.
There's no turning back. If the sponsors are telling you this is where they want to put their funds, and
Even the sponsor likes it, right? People like it. But when the sponsor talks, It's just what it is. So earlier I asked a question, how do you feel when they introduced T20? How do you feel about it now? If you're one of those guys who just love cricket the way it was, I can see where you can kind of feel a little bit bitter about it. It's like, hey, it's my game. It's the game that I started with. It's the game that my father put me on. I enjoyed it. Don't change it on me. And I can understand a little bitterness. So please let me know how you feel about T20 now.
The spectators are coming through the gates, and the TV rights are huge in T20 compared to other things.
It's all about this, brother.
You got to run with it.
The number of international matches of one-day cricket has declined over the last decade, while the number of international T20s has increased. Over a century after England introduced Test cricket to the colonies, this new form of the game has spread outwards from India.
India has given a model for other countries to follow.
When the IPL was successful, all these other places went, oh, we'll set up our own leagues and we'll try and be successful. The difference is that the money and the TV is just not as strong in some of those other places. So the BBL in Australia is a very successful league, just doesn't have 1 billion people willing to watch it.
Now, it is
That's
IPL
true.
is where they earn the money. All the cricketers from this country want to go and play in IPL.
When international cricketers were asked if they would consider reducing
IPL.
the opportunity to play for their country if they were offered more money to play professional T20, half responded yes.
People will develop an opinion that some players don't like playing for their country. They're just running the money down. But sport is about money. You know, you have to make a living. You're a sports person.
This is
true.
entertainment. And you can watch it every night and there'll be an unfolding narrative, and that's what sport is at its best is. I've got no problem with that. If cricket isn't trying to entertain people, I'm not really sure why we're playing it.
The game has evolved. And again,
That's what I was talking about, that bitterness. Like, to someone who's old school, who's like, this is my father put me onto this game, the game that I love, and then you come and change it to 3 hours? What is this? You know? So I get it. I get it.
entertainment is key. So even though I have a great appreciation for Test cricket and my career was spanned over the period when Test cricket was strong, I still have an understanding of where the game has to go, where it has gone, and there's no turning back.
And wherever the game goes, it won't be decided by British gentlemen sitting in a boardroom.
It's going to be decided by the fans, the money, the media, television.
While Lord's is still seen as the home of cricket, that's a symbolic home of cricket. It's like seeing Rome as the great capital of the world. That was a long time ago.
I like this guy.
History.
I like that guy, man. All right. Let's leave it there, man. Listen, this is why I like T20, man. Like, I watched T20 this year, and I've been watching a lot of T20 highlights from the year past, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, 3 hours, that's good for me. And then on next Sunday, I watch another one. That's good for me. The 5-day, I think if I watch it, I'll probably get into it. But I think what throws me off is just 5 days, right? It's like, it's too much time for me to commit, you know? And I love sports. So if I commit, it's going to get in the way of what I got to do. I'm talking about real life, because we're talking about 5 days here. And you don't even, how long does it last? So 5 days lasts 5 days, but how long does one game on the first day, how long does it last? I don't know. Because, I don't even know what to say. That's a good question if you guys can help me out. So 5-day cricket, game one lasts how long? Because I thought they said the outs was unlimited or overs was unlimited, right? So, I don't know. You guys let me know. But 1 day is probably not bad, but I'm okay with T20, man. I love T20. So, guys, if you got some cricket videos you think I should watch, I'm talking about player profiles. I want to look at individual players from different countries. We've did a couple from Pakistan. We've done some Brett Lee, Shane. We've done Australia. We've done a couple from India. Let's give us something else, man. There's a couple other places that I think we can do player profile, individual players. I'm talking about guys who can catch, guys who can hit, and let's just go from there, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys, man. Till next time. Peace.